Hello everyone, welcome to week 3 of my 12 weeks of Christmas countdown. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth's Stamping Corner, and today I have a really fun stocking stuffer gift. This one would be good for people who want some non-sweet Christmas treat ideas. There's 4 little pencils in here. As you can see, they are super cute. This is a super quick one to make too. So you can make a bunch of these in no time, and it doesn't take a very big piece of paper to make this. So this is a good paper conservation one. You can make a bunch with one sheet of paper. You can make a bunch of these. This is an affordable gift. It's quick to make, so this is just a winner all around. So we're going to get to this one in just a minute. It's so cute though, isn't it? I love it. So we're going to get to that in just a minute. But first, while we're waiting for everybody to join, I only have a couple of things to talk about. You know, as we get toward the middle, the end of the month, my class to goes have already all been prepped and stuff, and I'm waiting for supplies. If you ordered one of my card crates, I'm waiting for those to arrive. They should arrive in a couple of days, I hope, and those are ready to go as soon as I get those supplies in. So as soon as I get it in, those will go out. But we have Paper Pumpkin coming. My Paper Pumpkin is also on its way to me, so hopefully this week I'll get that one too. And I will go live right here in my VIP group when my Paper Pumpkin arrives. I think it's going to be so cute. And then next month, this is November's Paper Pumpkin. If you want to subscribe for November's, this is going to be a Christmas tag kit. There's also a little add-on bags you can add on when you shop my online store. You can add on those little bags with to have them for your Paper Pumpkin in November. It's going to be really cute. 12 tags for each of 3 designs. There's going to be glitter die cuts, specialty snowflake die cuts. So it's really going to be fun, and it coordinates with October's kit. So if you got October's kit, this one's going to coordinate. If you didn't get October's kit, you don't have to have it. This is going to be a great one too. So if you want to subscribe, there's a link to subscribe in my video description to subscribe for Paper Pumpkin for November. It's going to be fantastic. Don't miss it. All right, if you are shopping or if you have a long wish list, consider purchasing the starter kit this month. This month only. The starter kit is a fantastic, well, it's always a fantastic deal, but this month is extra fantastic. So for $99, you get to choose $155 in product. That is a phenomenal deal. You're also going to get a free Paper Pumpkin. You're going to get free shipping on your kit and tons of other little supplies. Now, when you purchase the starter kit, you become a demonstrator, and then you get a discount too. So anything you purchase after becoming a demonstrator is all discounted, so it's a great way to save a little bit of money. There's no requirements to sell or do any kind of classes or anything. If you have a long wish list or you're purchasing a lot right now, this is a great time to really save on some of those purchases. So consider joining my team. I'm always welcoming new people, and I would love to welcome you. If you are shopping, head to my online store, use this host code, and all orders will receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order's over $50, you're also going to receive the make and take that coordinates with that PDF. So, all right, let's get started. We're going to jump right in. Again, this is a quick treat, so this one's not going to take too long, but it is so much fun. And if you're making a bunch of these, I would do them assembly line style, like stamp everything at once and then do all the die cutting, assemble all the boxes at once. It's a really fun one to do. So let's talk about these little pencils. So as we head into the Christmas season, these will show up. Christmas pencils are always in the stores. You can look in like your big box stores like Walmart and Target, and also Hobby Lobby usually has some fun Christmas pencils. I got my Christmas pencils. I got this big box that says 72 pencils in it. I got this one from Amazon. So they have them on Amazon. They're not too expensive, especially for this many. I did laugh a little bit because look at the side. Whoops, spelling error. So, but I think that this is a pretty good deal. And I did check my pencils because I was like, well, you know, they had that spelling error. And this one actually has Merry and Bright on it. It says Merry and Bright, and I don't know if you can see that, but this one is spelled correctly. So the pencils are spelled correctly. It's just the box, which has the spelling error, which I don't really care about the box having a spelling error as long as everything inside is correct. And it is. All right, so this is what we're making today. So let's go ahead and get started with our box. Go grab your Simply Scored. Hold on. I have all kinds of treats on top of mine, so I had to move those out of the way. All right, you're going to need a piece that is 5.5 by 3.5, and we're going to start on the long side. So you can get quite a few of these out of one piece of cardstock, and I'm using Early Espresso. And on the long side, you're going to score at 1/4 of an inch. So just 1/4 of an inch way at the end down there. Then we're going to turn it to the short side, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch, at 3/4 of an inch, 2, and 2 1/4. All right, and that is it for our scoring. We're gonna do a little bit of trimming, and because we have some little 1/4 inch lines here, our pieces to glue will be very tiny. So just hang in there, and you'll be okay. The inspiration for this box actually came from Marissa at Kitchen Table Stamper. She's a fellow demonstrator here in the U.S., and I loved this little box when I saw it, and so I immediately had to make one too. So she is my inspiration for this. And this little 1/4 inch line on the bottom here, just do that one slowly and carefully. And we're going to do some trimming. So there's a 1/2 inch line here. This is actually going to be our glue tab. So this little tiny rectangle down here, we're going to cut that one off completely. And I'm just going to angle cut that just a tiny bit. And we're going to angle cut this top one just a little bit, just to get rid of any bulk. Now, we're going to cut away our little tiny squares down here. And normally I notch in on them, but we are still going to notch in, but we're going to notch in very carefully. We just want to notch in just a little bit because we don't want to take out too much of that tab because it's already so tiny. So if we take out too much, we won't have anything to glue down. And really, you don't need to. I'm just trying to pull these little notches off. We're not going to need to add glue to these little tiny tabs. So you can see how tiny they are. We're not going to need to add glue to those because they're so tiny. But you just want to make sure that they tuck into the box easily. But that's all the trimming. So just cut those little tabs free and then trim up that glue tab. And that is all the trimming. So we're going to do some adhesive now. And for this, I'm going to use some tear and tape. Normally I use Stampin' Seal Plus, but this box is a little bit smaller and I just want to make sure everything goes in the exact right spot. So we're going to use some tear and tape for this. So on that 1/2 inch tab, close to that score line, I put a strip of glue. And then on the inside, this is going to be our back. So this one is going to be our front. So on the inside, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just right on that tab, right there, just like that. And it's going to hang over a little bit. You can see it's hanging over a little bit, but once we peel off that backing, we'll just fold it back on itself and there won't be any adhesive exposed. All right, so let's get our side tab off here. All right, and you should just be able to fold that over and then fold this over, and it should all line up perfectly, just like that. All right, and then we're going to fold in our little tabs at the bottom, and we're going to peel off our adhesive, which I should have done before we adhered that back on, but that's okay. All right, got it off. So fold in those little tabs, fold in any excess adhesive, just fold it back onto itself. Fold in that back tab, and the little front tab just goes right over it, just like that. And that's it. I'm going to stick my bone folder down in there, just give everything a nice little press, make sure everything's nice and adhered. And then our 4 pencils will fit in just perfectly. Let me get that one in. There we go. Fits in just perfectly, and it's nice and snug, so they're not going to fall out. They're going to stay in there nice and snug, and it's just such a cute gift. Isn't it cute? All right, now for our DSP, we're going to wrap it around. I have a piece that is 4 by 4 3/4. This is from the Painted Christmas DSP pack. Now, I don't have a lot of this left because this is one of our returning favorites. I used this a ton last year, and I have a bunch of little scraps of it, but it is so beautiful. I loved this DSP last year. Like, I need to make a card with all these little scraps. But it's such a fun DSP. Love this pine cone pattern. So many fun patterns on this. It's in the mini catalog, our Christmas mini catalog, and it's a returning favorite from last year. So if you shopped last year, you may already have it. So we're gonna wrap this around. We're gonna add a belly band, and I'm gonna start on the back. And actually, I'm gonna grab out my Stampin' Seal Plus for this, and I'm gonna put adhesive. This is the 4-inch side here, so I'm gonna put adhesive on each of those ends on the 4-inch side, and we are just going to adhere this down. So on the back, I'm gonna start on the back. Just make sure that's relatively straight. I'm just leaving a little bit, maybe like a 1/4 inch border. And then we're just going to wrap this around just like this. And just keep wrapping it around to the back just like that. And I'm just going to go through and pinch with my first finger and my thumb, just pinching those seams just to give them a little crisp edge, but that is it. Isn't that fun? So from here, you can decorate it however you want, and you can use any DSP you want. I love this pine cone pattern, and we're going to kind of repeat that on the front with our stamping. So let's do our stamping. I'm going to put our little pencil holder off to the side, and I have a scrap piece of white. Now I'm using 2 different stamp sets here, and they're coordinating dies. So the first one I'm using, we used last week. We're going to pull it out again. This is the Sweet Candy Cane bundle. This is such a good one. This is in the mini catalog, the holiday mini. We used this one again last week for week 2, but we're going to do it again. We're just going to use one of these candy canes. And then we're going to use the Christmas season die. This is one that's in our annual catalog. This was in the mini last year and it carried over. It's another really good one. We're going to pull out this one. And then we're also using those coordinating dies, these seasonal label dies, which are also in the annual catalog. They coordinate so well with the Christmas season set, but there's so many labels here that you can use year round. So this is a stellar label set to get. All right, let's do some stamping. So we're going to start with our candy cane, and I'm going to use Rich Razzleberry ink. I love some non-traditional colors for some Christmas projects, and Rich Razzleberry coordinates so well with our soft succulent and other colors that we're using, our soft succulent early espresso. So we're going to stamp that in Rich Razzleberry. I love that candy cane. And we are going to stamp in soft succulent. We have our little pine branch here, and you're actually going to need 2 of these. I've already die cut 1 of them, so we're only going to stamp 1 of them, but if you are making this project, you're going to need to stamp 2 of them. And this is soft succulent ink. And so, okay, done with that one. And then we have our pine cone, and we're going to use early espresso and soft suede for our pine cone. So for our detail part of our pine cone, I'm going to use early espresso, and I like to do the detail part first. So early espresso, and then some soft suede. And I'm going to stamp off the soft suede, and I just realized I do not have a scrap piece of paper handy, so here we go. Just use this. So we're just going to stamp off the soft suede. We just want a lighter shade of soft suede, so stamp that one off. And then we're just going to line this up. Let me see. Can I do this? The great thing about this stamp set, the Christmas season stamp set, is that it's all going to look good even if you don't line it up perfectly for all the images. So it's one of those, the ones that are more abstract that aren't gonna, it doesn't matter too much if you line it up perfectly, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. All right, we are going to use the coordinating dies to die cut all of these. So just gonna use some Post-it tape to hold all of these down. We have our candy cane and our little branch here. So yeah, these would be really cute Halloween treats too. So if you have some Halloween pencils right now, yeah, these would make some really, really cute Halloween packaging too. And everybody always loves some non-sweet gifts. I always get requests for some non-sweet gift ideas. I think that, you know, people want some ideas for people who don't eat a lot of sweets, and I think this is a good one. All right, we have some brand new plates here. They're first run through the machine. We're gonna go ahead and die cut these. Brand new plates. I love some brand new plates. All right, I'm gonna fold this up. These dies will fit in the mini machine, so if you have the mini, you can get them through the mini machine just perfectly. All right, so let's go ahead and get these off. That candy cane, so cute. I just love that candy cane. All right, put these dies off to the side. We have our branch and we have our little pine cone. So fun. Move that off to the side. And I have my second soft succulent branch here. And then also with those seasonal labels dies, I have die cut one of the labels here. And then I used one of these little ribbon pieces to just die cut a little ribbon slit in the side. All right, and this is what we're going to build everything on. So grab some dimensionals. That is going to be our adhesive of choice for this. So I'm going to stick my dimensionals kind of in the center of my candy cane, and then right on the edge there. So most of my candy cane is going to kind of hang off of this tag. So make sure that you're aware of where you're putting those dimensional backings, or those dimensionals, so that they don't hang off the side. You don't want them to be sticky. All right, now before we finish putting on our pine cone stuff, we're going to thread some ribbon through. I have some early espresso ribbon here, and we are we might cover up the bow a little bit, so I want to make sure we get this on. So we're not going to tie a knot. This is the Early Espresso faux suede ribbon, and if you tie a knot first, it could get a little bit bulky. So I'm just going to pull, I don't know, 6 or 7 inches through, and then make a loop in the front, and then just wrap this around and pull the sides there, pull the bows. And let me see, can I do this on camera? But this is going to make a flatter bow. It's going to make it, I think, a more like fancy perfect bow too. I think usually if I tie a knot, my bows are not all that great. So if you just go straight to the bow part and just skip the knot, sometimes you can get a better bow. Okay, it looks pretty good, especially since I was doing it on camera and off the roll, which you guys know is usually a challenge if I cut them or tie them on the roll. And we're just going to trim off the ends a little bit. We have our beautiful little bow there. And I love this ribbon. This is in our annual catalog, and I love the way this ribbon feels. It's so soft. All right, let's finish up decorating this. So I'm going to put a little bit of my Stampin' Seal Plus just on the back of my pine cone, and we are just going to adhere our little branches. So one up, one's a little too high up, one up, and then one down, just like that. And then we're going to just stick this on, and I'm going to use some dimensionals for that. I'm just going to put a couple on the back just to further hold those little branches down. And we're going to stick that right onto the candy cane, just like that. So fun. Let's stick this onto our box, of course, with dimensionals. And I'm going to put my dimensionals right onto the box because I don't want any adhesive to hang off. This tag's going to hang off the sides, and I don't want any adhesive on the sides. So this will tell me exactly where to put my adhesive. Isn't that cute? All right, finishing touch. I have some in color opal rounds. These are our 2021-2023 in colors. So these colors will retire next year, but these opal rounds are gorgeous, and we're actually going to use some of these evening evergreen ones. Oops. Let's see if we can get that flipped over. And I think this darker green really complements this whole package really well. And a smaller one just up here, I think. And there you go, 3 of those opal rounds. So fun, so cute. And that, I told you guys, this one is a quick one, but I think it's good if you're making a bunch of these, you have co-workers or teachers. This would be such a cute gift for teachers, or even friends. My daughter will probably request quite a few of these, and I think her friends would love these little pencil pouches. So such a cute gift, great stocking stuffer, great non-sweet item. So I hope you guys like this one. It's a cute one, it's a fast one, it's a great one. If you are shopping, make sure to head to my online store, use this host code to earn some extra benefits. I will be live on Wednesday. I have a really fun, I'm finishing up that project now, but it's going to be a Bath & Body Works treat for you guys. So another non-sweet item on Wednesday, that'll be on my business page. And then next week, for week 4 of our 12 weeks of Christmas, we are making an amazing Christmas card. It's going to be a special movement Christmas card. It's going to be a fantastic one. So don't miss that next week's week 4 Christmas. All right, that is it for me. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys on Wednesday on my business page, and I will see you guys right here next Sunday for week 4. And if my paper pumpkin arrives sometime this week, I will also go live then. So watch for all those announcements. All right, guys, have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys later. Bye.